looks for Deutsch. Deutsch at the one into the end zone.
Field play action now. Look to pass over the middle. It's intercepted by Cole Hebel. Intercepted by Hebel. Rears back, comes downfield, has Rodriguez. Rodriguez at the 40 to the 50 to the 40. Rodriguez is going to keep going.
Right, Fetting's got room, and here's Bo Fetting. Fetting's still on his feet. Fetting's gone.
Looking to pass, playing off, coming left side, picked up by Cotton. Alex Cotton with the pick, he'll take it back and into the end zone.
Turn and hand the ball off. Will Starkey, he thunders his way. 30, 20, one man to beat. He's got
the middle's got a man, that's Friddle. Look out, Friddle, 40, 30, he's loose, 20, 10, touchdown.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
And a good Friday night. Joel Morgan coming to you live from Hunter, North Dakota. Another edition of high school football on YourLiveEvent.com. A Class B Region 1 rivalry matchup, Class 11B Region 1 rivalry matchup between the Northern Cass Jaguars and the Oak Grove Grovers with the I-29 trophy on the line tonight. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. Thanks for joining us tonight as we get closer and closer to the end of this 2022 regular season in North Dakota high school football. Let's take a look at both of our opponents tonight. First, the visiting Grovers. They come into this contest a 1-6 overall record, 1-5 in region play. Last week, they played tight against a tough Thompson team. Thompson undefeated, one of the top teams in Region 2. They ended up suffering a loss 35-11. That is coming off a field goal, a game where they won on a walk-off field goal against EEK 37-36 for their first win of the season. After tonight's matchup, it'll be Lytton HMB at home for Oak Grove to finish off the regular season. Well, the Northern Cass Jaguars, they haven't won a game since week 2 when they defeated EEK here at home, a game we had on YourLiveEvent.com. They won that one 21-13. Since then, they have lost to Central Cass, Linton, Kindred, Sargent County, and Lisbon last week, 46-6. After their matchup tonight, they will be at home next week taking on Oaks. We'll have that for you on YourLiveEvent.com. The Jaguars 1-5 on the season, 1-6 in Region 1 play. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll take a break. More coming your way next. It's high school football on YourLiveEvent.com. And we are back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Region 1 11B football action between the Northern Cass Jaguars and the Oak Grove Grovers playing for the I-29 trophy. Look at the standings right now in the region. Last week we had Central Cass against Kindred, and that one all but wrapped up who the Region 1 top seed and the Region 1 champion would be going into the playoffs, which is just a few weeks away. That's going to be Kindred. They are undefeated, 6-0, 7-0 in the region. So they are kind of have locked in their spot as the number 1 team in the region. Oaks behind them, 5-1. Central Cass 5-2. Lisbon 4-2. Sargent County 3-3. Lytton 3-4. Northern Cass 1-5. Oak Grove 1-5. EEK 0-6 in Region 1 play this season. Oaks tonight, they are in action taking on Lisbon in Oaks. If Lisbon gets the win, that will force what looks like would be a 3-way tie between Oaks, Central Cass, and Lisbon, which I believe Central Cass would have the point differential to get the number 2 seed out of Region 1 play coming up when the postseason comes around. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll hear from both coaches when we return.
We are back on our pregame show. Oak Grove, Northern Cass with us on this Friday night. Melvin Whitney's joining us on the pregame show. Coach, thanks as always for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having us, and thank you guys for what you do with getting, the football out to the masses. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We always enjoy our chance to cover our local teams. Thompson, you guys played them last week. A very tough team out of Region 2, 35-11. They end up getting the win, but it seems like you guys played really tough against a really tough team. What were some good things that worked for you last week?
Yeah, I was just seeing some secondary. We had one big snafu in the beginning, regarding coverage-wise, but after that, it seemed like we got a lot better in recognizing what they were trying to do from a passing standpoint. But unfortunately, we weren't able to get past the physicalness from the run game, and they, got us that way. But it was good to see we shored up some things there. Some positives on offense as well too, with some better job of picking up blocking assignments. So I mean, like I tell the kids, you go out there and do your best, and wins and losses to take care of itself. So we're just trying to make sure that the processes that we're doing are up to date and up to speed, and so that we can utilize those in the the last two games that we have there this season.
I know it hasn't been the year wins and losses, as you mentioned, that you guys have obviously always hoped for, but you're coming off a win 2 weeks back now against EEK. You win with that field goal, end the game, a 1-point game. With how tough this season has been, how much more energized has that game been for your team? How has that looked in practice for you, and how much of an extra push has it made for these next final weeks of the season?
Yeah, and it gives the kids a sense that, if you play a full 48 minutes, who knows what can happen, because I think they're at one point in that game with under 2 minutes left. I can't remember exactly how much time was left. They were taking, the victory formation. So, you never know what can happen. Then you had a bobbled snap, and then, a couple of plays later, here we are marching downfield to go and kick a field goal. So I think I even told the kids, at a walkthrough yesterday and again this morning, that we probably had our best day of practice yesterday for the whole season. So I think it has rejuvenated. It's given the kids a little sense of a little pep in their step, because when you get a win, it's a whole different environment around it, different energy around the program.
You guys battled some injuries this season, the quarterback spot, the big one for you guys, but you've had to move guys around. You've had to put guys in different positions. They've all had to do different things. How much better, now that everyone's healthy, or most are healthy and back in place, how much better has that adversity made your team?
Yeah, it's given some opportunities for some guys to step up in positions and just get playing time. We've got a couple of sophomores that log some heavy minutes, a freshman or two here and there that we'll throw out there, by getting out there and just moving around in different, positions, just allowed them to get some game speed reps, get that feeling of what it's like to play in a varsity game, which has helped us, with a little bit more flexibility as those injured guys have come back.
Northern Cass, a team that you guys they become rivals for you guys, and even when they were in another region, you still managed to always keep them on the schedule. What does that rivalry mean for your program and for these players?
Yeah, so it's we even battle for a little trophy, the I-29 trophy that we have, a traveling trophy that goes back and forth. So that'll be on the line this Friday as well. Whatever the sport may be, when you hear Northern Cass and, Oak Grove players that usually, stand up a little bit straighter, because that's one of the big rivals we've had across sports. So there's been a little bit extra, having everybody step this week and a little bit more focused, because they know how important of a game this is from the standpoint of the rivalry, just finishing the year strong as well. So that's what we're trying to do for the seniors and the guys, even all the rest of the guys in the program, just going out and having a good step-by-step last 3 games of the season. Well, 2 now.
Northern Cass, they're coming off a few injuries of themselves, and they've had a tough season. Not what they were looking to do this year. But what do you know about Northern Cass's football team, and what are keys for you guys to get the win in that trophy?
Yeah, they're real innovative at creating different mismatches on offense, I've noticed. The injury-wise, who knows what's happening there. We're preparing that they're going to have guys all healthy. you know, because they understand. I know they look at this game the same way we do. So Coach Kosel will have some guys. Excuse me, not Kosel anymore, but
Coach
Tyler Ukestead, yeah, Tyler Ukestead. He'll have something cooked up. So I'm not falling for the injury thing. We expect everybody to be out there healthy and ready to go. So, but yeah, they do a good job of putting you in mismatches on offense with different formations and spreading you out and running and packing you in and passing. So, you know, it'll be a great challenge for our guys.
We've been talking with Melvin Whitney, head coach of the Grovers, here on the pregame show. Coach, thanks for joining us and good luck.
Thank you so much for having us.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in North Dakota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
You couldn't pick a better community to be a part of. I've actually been to another college, and this one was a far better experience because of the support of the faculty and the staff here. It's just outstanding. My name is Andrew, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
Welcome back to the pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com. It is Northern Cass and Oak Grove, a big rivalry matchup between these two teams. Tyler Ukestead, head coach of the Jaguars, with us. Coach, thanks for joining us. Coming off a tough loss last week against Lisbon. What were some of the big things that stood out for you in that game last week?
I mean, we had some young guys that needed to step up last week. We had some guys hurt. We had our starting left tackle gone, our starting running back gone, one of our starting slots and safety gone. So we definitely had some guys at new spots, some guys that haven't gotten a whole lot of reps last Friday. But we saw some good things last Friday, but again, there's obviously some things that we need to work on as well.
When you have a game like that against a talented team like Lisbon, and you have younger players who are seeing their first varsity action, or players move into new positions and do different things, obviously there's a lot of learning that comes from that experience. What do you do as a head coach, and what does your coaching staff do to make sure that those players are learning the most that they can from a game like that and that experience?
I mean, number one, it starts on Friday when they're in that position, is just coaching them up the entire game, no matter the score, whether they're up, down, close game. Got to be coaching up the kids during the game, and then come in on Monday and watch the film of the game and teach them up there. And then when we get to the field that day, just continue to keep coaching and teaching.
You're at this point in the season now. It's Oak Grove, and then you'll have one more game after that, and then the season comes to an end. Obviously, not the season that you're hoping for, wins and losses wise, but you're building for more years down the road and for this program. What are some things off the top of your head that you feel have been the most improvement that you've seen come from your team from the first practice up until this point?
I think the most thing that we improved on is just kind of the way that we handle adversity. A lot of times during fall camp and during kind of our first few weeks of the season, there'd be some bad things that would happen, and then we'd kind of just respond in a negative way instead of responding in a positive way. So that's something that I think that will help us as move forward with the program.
Individually, who are some individual performers you feel that have had some of the biggest growth you've seen so far this season?
Definitely one that sticks in my mind is Sam Nelson. He's our starting right guard. Gets a couple reps on defense throughout the game, but he was kind of in a position battle during fall camp for that right guard spot. He's kind of on the fence with him and another kid, and he just kind of took it, and then he's never looked back. He's a coachable kid. Every week he improves on something, whether it's his footwork or his hand technique or whatnot. But he's definitely one that sticks out in my mind.
You'll play against Oak Grove. Even before you moved into Region 1, it was a team that's always been on the schedule. It's been a good rival matchup. What does it mean for you guys to have a team like that on the schedule with Oak Grove and to have this game that you have with them?
Well, I think it's huge for both the schools and players and everyone involved. Obviously, Oak Grove's just 30 miles away, and it's always been a big rivalry in all the sports. So it's definitely a big thing, and it's something that our kids always look forward to every year.
The Grovers not having the season that they would like to either as well. They've had a few injuries they've had to battle through a few of those situations, but they're getting healthy. What do you know about the Grovers, and what are the keys for you guys to win this rival matchup?
They got a couple players that they like to get the ball to. Starts with Riley Bachgart, quarterback. He's a good athlete. Just kind of find ways to contain him on the defensive side. And then 1944, they're two players that Oak Grove looks to get the ball to a lot on the offensive side. So that's just, if we can kind of contain those three guys and see where they're at on the field, I think we'll have a good night.
And finally, a big fantasy football matchup coming your way this week. The opponent you're playing, high-level fantasy football thinker. What is the strategy you're looking for to get a win in fantasy this week?
Just finding a way to replace Javonte Williams. If I can do that, I think we'll be good. I think the opponent that I'm playing is kind of weak at the running back spot. I'll have an advantage there. He's weak at the tight end spot. I think he's weak at the quarterback spot, and he might be weak at the receiver spot as well.
I'm guessing he'll probably find a way to come away with that win. Coach, thanks for joining us here. Good luck.
Thanks, Joel. Appreciate it.
The Northern Kansas School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Kansas will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Kansas is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northernkansasschool.org. That's northernkansasschool.org.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
The Command IQ app helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week.
Oh,
Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month. Command IQ, you're my new best friend. The Command IQ app helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week.
Oh. Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month. Command IQ, you're my new best friend.
And we are back on the Irie Insurance pregame show. High school football tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Joel Morgan coming to you live from Hunter. It's the I-29 trophy matchup between Northern Cass and Oak Grove. Both of these teams looking for wins. Number 2 on their season. Homecoming tonight for the Northern Cass Jaguars as well. And it's been a busy week for Jaguar athletics leading up to tonight's matchup between these two programs. Again, some big games going on throughout the region. Oaks and Lisbon playing tonight, and Oaks needing to defeat Lisbon to lock in that number 2 spot out of the region. Of course, the region champions regular season will go to Kindred, undefeated number 1 team in the state. But Oaks, if they win, they will lock in being the number 1. If Lisbon wins, create a scenario of a potential 3-way tie. Remember, Central Cass's season ends tonight. They opt for that off week to end their season. So we'll know where the Region 1 standings will wind up. So that's a game we'll keep some eyes on tonight as well. Of course, we'll keep eyes on the EEK Central Cass game, which we also have on YourLiveEvent.com. Let's take another break on our Irie Insurance pregame show. More football coming your way next.
No off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable...
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
Don't let the flu get you down. Fight the flu with a shot of prevention. Stop at Hillsborough Drug and get your flu shot today. No appointment is necessary. Shingle shots are also available. And don't forget your other pharmacy and healthcare needs at Hillsborough Drug. Over-the-counter medications, vitamins, health and beauty items as well. For your convenience, Hillsborough Drug offers mail-out service and delivery of your prescriptions. Check out the gift items for all occasions, too. Hillsborough Drug is a locally owned pharmacy and proud to serve the area. They thank you for trusting them with your business at Hillsborough Drug.
Hey, what you doing?
Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced.
It's harvest time, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered.
What do I look for?
Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Harvests. The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships.
Harvest is here, and that means we all need to be careful. Hello, this is Bethany Rentz with Irie Insurance. We want to make sure everyone up and down the valley has a safe and successful harvest. Take extra special care in your travels. Slow-moving combines, mud-covered roads, and debris are just a few things during harvest that can be dangerous. So take your time, watch your surroundings, and most of all, be patient and slow down. For more harvest safety tips, go to IrieINS.com.
appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity.
Back on our Irie Insurance pregame show, Northern Cass, Oak Grove. Class 11B Region 1 football action going on tonight. As we mentioned, a full schedule of games throughout yourliveevent.com. Of course, you can see that schedule at yourliveevent.com. Also see it on our Facebook page, see it on Twitter as well. See our weekly coaches show, all of that coming up. But also we have, again, EEK against Central Cass, Hillsborough Central Valley against Rugby, and Kindred against Sargent County. So those are the matchups we have. On the North Dakota side, of course, plenty of Minnesota school coverage coming up as well. One last break here on our Irie Insurance pregame show. More coming your way next.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
The Command IQ app helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week.
Oh. Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month. Command IQ, you're my new best friend.
Starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Hey, what you doing?
Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced.
It's harvest time, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered.
What do I look for?
Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Do you want that? Back on yourliveevent.com, Northern Cass in Oak Grove. I-29 trophy matchup. Let's send over the PA announcer for the introduction of our starting lineups.
Tonight's game will be played under the strictest code of good sportsmanship. Fans, we're asking you to support your teams in the sportsmanlike manner and to refrain from booing at any time. Coaches and players, remember, you are representing your school and your team by your actions. And the Oak Grove Rovers have chosen to be announced as the team, so welcome the Oak Grove Rovers starters. And now, let's meet the offensive starters for the Northern Cass Jaguars. He Marquette center, he wears number 55. Yes, he wears number 64. The other guard for the Jaguars, he wears number 77. The tackle wearing number
7. And that has been the introduction of the starting lineups. Kickoff when we return on YourLiveEvent.com.
Building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local.
We are back on YourLiveEvent.com as 12 minutes goes for our first quarter on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northern Cass, Oak Grove, the I-29 trophy game. It'll be the Jaguars on offense first as they will receive the opening kickoff to begin this matchup. Both of these teams just a win to their name here in this season. Luke Johnson will do the kicking for the Grovers. There'll be two back, each standing at the 10-yard line to receive the opening kickoff. And last season, these two teams met, and it was Oak Grove getting the win. Rather, it was Northern Cass getting the win against the Grovers. And here comes the kickoff far side, and this will come out about the 32-yard line, and the flag will come down on the field. So the opening kickoff goes far side of the field and out of play. And now both teams will bring their offensive units out on the field. The Jaguars will have Matthew Metzger playing in the running back position, the first time he has done that with a couple injuries to this lineup. Coach Huksteg talking about that here before the game started. So some shuffling around of their offense as it will be a 1st and 10. Ball will be at the 34-yard line to start this drive, the opening drive of the game for the Jaguars. And Northern Cass, 1-5 on the season. They'll put 3 receivers out on the near side, 1 on the far side. Lichtenberg will be under center. Actually, he'll come out of the pistol as he drops back, looks around, rears back, throws, far sideline, and this one knocked away as getting his hands on the football was Jesse Peterson, the corner for the Grovers, in the first pass attempt. Lichtenberg and the offense for the Jaguars is an incompletion, and then it'll take 6 seconds off the first quarter of this game. It was an empty backfield for the sophomore quarterback. And let's see what they'll do here. This time we'll have 1 on the backfield, 2 receivers out on either side. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 35-yard line. Lichtenberg comes back, throws, and this one is caught. It's into the hands of Mosier, and he is taken down at about the 48-yard line. So that one a 13-yard completion, and it'll be a 1st down. Moving the chains will be the Jaguars. Mosier, the 6'2", 160-pound junior receiver, makes the catch and gets it right across the first down marker, extends it about an extra yard or two. So a 1st and 10 for Northern Cass at their own 48-yard line, opening drive of this game. Lichtenberg will have an empty backfield. Trips right, 2 receivers on the near side. Spreading out that secondary for the Grovers, and it's a short pass to Mosier. He will push this one across the 40, and it'll come out at about the 40-yard line. This is an 8-yard pickup for Landon Moser. So Mosier has made 2 catches. He has picked up about 21 yards on those 2 completions. And the offense has moved so far in the air for Northern Cass. 11:19 to go, first quarter on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. There'll be one in the backfield in the form of Matthew Metzger, and it'll be a handoff in the run attempt, and the defense is all over it, and Metzger maybe will sneak out a yard or 2 as it's a 2nd down. Brady Baker was in on the tackle on that play. So we're going to get some positive yards. Metzger with the carry will get himself about 2 yards on that play. And he will drop back. Lichtenberg will connect with this pass. This will be Hoyland, and Hoyland will come free, and he'll find himself on the near end zone, and he is brought out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. That's a 34-yard completion. So Hoyland will pick up 34 yards, and now a 1st and goal coming for the Jaguars. They are looking to open up scoring. Lichtenberg will come out to an empty backfield. He will tuck and run, and the defense is all over him. Alcivar will make the stop. It may be about a loss of a yard or 2, or no gain perhaps, but a 2nd and goal. So now we're looking at a 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. So maybe a loss of a few yards on that play. Getting closer to about 10 minutes left to go here on this first quarter. Trips right, one on the near side, single back, and it's a handoff. Metzger tries to turn a corner, brought down in the backfield, and it's Andrew Green, the linebacker, will take him down behind the 10, so Metzger will lose some yards, and now a 3rd and goal. And this will be a loss of just a few yards and a 3rd and goal. Northern Cass's offense was really moving the football well. And this time they'll put a little bit more movement into the backfield as they get set for a 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line. Lichtenberg drops back, throws. This one is caught at the 1-yard line, and it breaks the plane, but a flag came down. And we'll have to see. It was Landon Mosier who made the catch, and he put the ball across the goal line. But that flag was down somewhere about the 12-yard line. And we'll see what the call comes from the official. Man, there's just no indication by Northern Cass to continue that celebration, and I think it's going to be And now Coach Ukestead having a conversation with the official, but I think the call is going to be the receiver coming downfield, and the Northern Cass Jaguars will lose some yards. So they were rolling their offense, kind of stalling out here by a few miscues that have come their way on offense. So the Jaguars, they'll get bumped back, and they will be behind the 15. We'll see where the spot comes. And they'll be put to the 16-yard line. So now a 3rd and goal from the 16-yard line for the Jaguars. It'll be an empty backfield again. 4 receivers left side, 1 on the right side. Some time here on this 3rd and goal. Throw towards the end zone. This one knocked away, and it is Peterson again knocking away the pass attempt at the end zone. So now a 4th and goal from the 16 for the Jaguars. Lichtenberg had an empty backfield to him, and by all indications, I think it looks like they're going to go for it. Reed Volden comes out on the field. Cash Chisholm will come out from the near sideline. So we're seeing some movement from the sideline. Max Bronetsky will come out as well. And it will be an attempt to make it a 3-0 game. Reed Volden will kick this one from about 24 yards out. As this one is kicked, it looks good from here. And they'll say no good. So a missed field goal on the opening drive is how things will come to an end for the Northern Cass Jaguars. And credit Oak Grove's defense from shutting down some plays inside of the 10. So the offense will come out for Oak Grove. We're going to take a break. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
HBankND.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we.
And we are back on YourLiveEvent.com. The Grovers a 1st and 10 from their 16-yard line. Riley Backyard will lead this offense. He'll have 1 in the backfield. And Backyard play action, looking to throw, gets pressured, corralled towards the near sideline, throws downfield and knocked away. Metzger with the great play will knock this one away. Backyard's first pass attempt incomplete. And it'll be a 2nd down and 10, 8:47 to go first quarter. No score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northern Cass took the opening kickoff and was kind of marching downfield. After a big reception was made by Hoyland, they had a 1st and goal at the 8-yard line and eventually were forced to go for a field goal that they were unable to connect on. So 2nd down and 10 at the 16. Clock is stopped at 8:47. Multiple players in the backfield for Backyard and Coach Whitney's offense. And it will be a handoff. No, it's misdirection. Backyard will run this run himself. He is through for a 1st down. He'll keep moving out to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, and finally brought down at the 20-yard line. A 65-yard run for Backyard, gets his team a 1st down, gets him into plus territory. There was all sorts of players in the backfield. Lord, Peterson, Backyard, a tight formation, a tight box was put down by the Oak Grove Grovers, and that's what allowed for that misdirection. And once Backyard got loose, he was able to pick up the big yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line for Oak Grove, and Backyard will try that misdirection again. He'll come to the outside. This time the defense is able to slow him up. Backyard maybe about a yard or 2 on the carry and a 2nd down. So the first play from the line of scrimmage, a 60-plus yard run. Their second play will be a pickup of a yard, and now a 2nd down and 9. I-29 trophy on the line tonight. The team's looking also for win number 2 of their season. Both of these teams, again, just not having that year they were looking for, as a receiver will line up on the near side. I believe that is Dietz on the near side. A lot of players in the backfield on the 2nd down and 6 at the 16-yard line. And a run attempt towards the outside. I believe it was Lord with the run attempt. And it will be a 3rd down and about 3. It looks like Jake Peterson had that run. He'll pick up some yards. 3rd down and 2. Ball at the 16-yard line. Clock continuing to move. We are in quarter number 1. Backyard will hand it off to someone here on the backfield, and it's a run towards the outside. And that one was into the hands of Foster Lord. And Lord will get enough for a 1st down. 1st and goal. Lord picks up a few yards there and brings it to the 15-yard line. It's a 1st and goal from 5 yards out. Oak Grove looking to get the offense, get on the scoreboard first. Backyard awaits for the snap. Has the football, will hand it off to Lord. Lord will run to the left side, and he is into the end zone. Foster Lord, the touchdown. And the Grovers take the 6-0 lead. They score first. So a swing of events for Oak Grove. First, they're able to withstand the early charge from Northern Cass to get the stop inside and force them to get the field goal, and then they get the stop. And now they turn around, come upfield after a big initial run from Riley Backyard. And now they're going to attempt an extra point. Luke Johnson will attempt this extra point to try to make it a 7-0 contest. The snap and the kick, and this one is rolled out. Backyard comes out, takes a shot for 2 points, and it's knocked away, no good. Northern Cass was quick off the snap to get some hands in front of that extra point attempt, and that was enough for Backyard to yell fire and get his players moving around. They can't get the 2-point conversion, but Oak Grove leads 6-0 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in North Dakota, because with no high school officials...
And we are back on YourLiveEvent.com. 6-0 Oak Grove leads. It's Foster Lord with the rushing touchdown after forcing Northern Cass to have to attempt a field goal, which they missed. So the Jaguars picked up 3 quick first downs on their first possession of the game. This will be their second as the kickoff goes far side. And this one winds up in the hands of Waldo, and he'll have a short return. There's a whole group of white jerseys around him. And Northern Cass will start this drive at about their 32-yard line. Homecoming game here tonight in Hunter. I-29 trophy matchup. And these teams look forward to this meeting every year. And Northern Cass moved around this year to be members of Region 1, but still always managed to keep this game on their schedule. The offense has been powered by Lichtenberg and their passing game. Not a whole lot of attempts on the ground. Lichtenberg will line up. He'll have a tailback behind him in Metzger. A pair of receivers out on either side. They will set a man in motion. Here comes the snap. He'll roll back, play action, throw up the middle, and this one, it will take a hop before it winds up into the hands of Metzger, so an incompletion, and that will stop time with 6:43 to go in the first quarter on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Jaguars have gone through a whole flurry of injuries this season. Of course, Matthew Hoppy, their sophomore running back, has missed a few games, not in action here tonight for this homecoming matchup. That's been, some of the issues that they've had with creating consistency in their offense, and Oak Grove has had the same fate. They lost Riley Backyard for a few games. It'll be trips near side, one receiver far side. Lichtenberg waits for the snap, will have it, and it's play action. He'll lose the football, and I'm not sure who has it, but the Grovers smother it, and they signal that it's theirs, but I imagine it will be Northern Cass's football, and they will come back to about their 26-yard line, and that will be a loss of a few yards. That's a miscue on that play. Lichtenberg put the ball out, and Metzger, I think Metzger thought he was supposed to run through it for play action, and it ends up now becoming a 3rd down and 15. Northern Cass bump back to about their 26-yard line. Trips near side, one on the far side. Lichtenberg, big pass downfield and knocked away. Intended for Mosier, and again, good coverage coming from Jesse Peterson. He broke up a couple pass attempts on that initial drive, incompletion, and now a 4th down with 5:59 to go in the first quarter. And Northern Cass will flip the field down 6-0. And the Grovers will get an opportunity to play some offense. They'll put 2 back to return. 6-0 Oak Grove. Snap a little high. Here comes the kick, and that one will come down somewhere about the 45-yard line, and Oak Grove will wait for a touch of the football, and they'll get it. So the Grovers will begin at about the midfield mark, maybe a few yards back towards their own end zone. Actually, about it's a little generous on that spot for the Grovers. They will get this one at their 44-yard line with a 1st and 10, leading 6-0. It was Foster Lord who scored that opening touchdown. You know, you look at Northern Cass's offense has been an air attack today. Oak Grove has stuck mainly to the ground. Of course, as I say that, their offense comes out with Backyard to an empty backfield. Man set in motion, and Backyard will keep this one, and the defense is all over him, no gain. Backyard, first play line of scrimmage, got loose for about a 65-yard run, which would ultimately set up that Foster Lord touchdown. And at that point, they had everyone, I think, in the backfield. It was Schumacher, Peterson, Lord, Backyard, just this tight kind of campfire formation. Similar if you've seen Beulah play, kind of looked like one of those formations. That's how they'll line up here. They'll get 3 in the backfield. 1 receiver near side, 1 open receiver in Avery Quiner. And it will be pitched back. A run towards the right side, a pickup of a 1st down, and finally Schumacher is brought down at the 40. So he'll pick up some yards. 17-yard pickup and a 1st down. First and 10, Grovers at Northern Cass's 40. We are inside of 5 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 15 seconds and counting on the play clock. The Grovers will come out to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers far side, rather 1 on the far side near the numbers, 2 on the near side, 2 on the backfield. Backyard awaits for the snap. Has it, fakes a handoff, now gets pressured, rolls out towards the near side, takes a shot deep downfield, and this one gets knocked away. Quiner was open on the near sideline, incompletion. Credit with the pressure from the defense, and that will stop time at 4:29 to go in the first quarter. 2nd down and 10 for Oak Grove. Oak Grove, actually a flag comes down. And the Grovers will lose some yards on that holding call. So a 1st and 20 for the Grovers. They are back to their 47-yard line. Grovers at their 47, 1st down and 20. Trips right, 1 receiver on the near side, and Jack Dietz. Backyard waits for the snap, has some coverage, now gets pressured, screen pass, this one will connect, and it will be some big yards for Peterson. He is taken down at the 25-yard line. So it was a 1st down and 20, and now a 1st and 10. Ball at the 25. Grover is able to overcome that 1st and long. And they've done a great job creating all sorts of misdirection in the backfield and luring the attention of some of the defense. As 1 receiver far side, Quiner will be 3 in the backfield yet again for Riley Backyard on a 1st and 10 from the 25 of Northern Cass, and play action, and Backyard will keep it, but the defense is all over him, and he'll get no gain on the run attempt. Brody Geston with the stop. So now a 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 25-yard line. Foster Lord, the lone touchdown in the game. Yeah, not sure if that was a set play or just a broken play on the extra point attempt, but it was what was an extra point, PAT, which became a 2-point attempt. 3 in the backfield yet again on a 2nd down and 10. Grover's at Northern Cass's 25-yard line. Backyard the snap, and it winds up in the hands of someone, and I believe it will be Foster Lord who will pick up 4. Lord's 3rd carry by my count, 15 yards on his 3 carries, or rather 20 yards on his 3 carries by my count. Now a 3rd down and 5. Oak Grove at Northern Cass's 20-yard line. 2:38 and counting to go. First quarter, 6-0 on Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northern Cass, Oak Grove, I-29 trophy matchup here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Quiner, the receiver on the near side. Again, it's been heavy run plays with this slew of players in the backfield. And they go to Peterson, goes around the outside and is upended and stopped. He had a crease enough for a 1st down. Instead, he's going to be limited to maybe about 2 yards on that run. And now we'll make it a 4th down. So Peterson will get a few yards on that carry attempt. 4th down and 1, ball at the 16-yard line. And Grovers are going to go for it. A lot coming in this situation if you get this 1st down, as it's 2 receivers left, 1 on the near side. And Backyard rolls out near side. He'll get the 1st down, then a few yards, picks up a block downfield, touchdown. No flags down, and Backyard, the 16-yard touchdown run. And it's a 12-0 game. Backyard came around the outside, and someone gave him that extra block downfield, and he was just able to walk himself into the end zone. Here comes another extra point attempt as Luke Johnson will do the kicking. Riley Backyard will do the holding. And last one became a 2-point attempt. Wasn't sure if that was intentional or not. Didn't look intentional, but we'll give the benefit of the doubt as here comes the kick, and looks good from here. The officials will say the extra point is in for Johnson, so the kick is good. And it is a 13-0 game. Oak Grove leads on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
No high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
The command.
And Riley Backyard with the 16-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good for Luke Johnson. And 13-0 the lead for Oak Grove on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northern Cass got inside the 10. That's the furthest they've been able to march downfield. That was on the opening drive. They looked like they had all sorts of momentum as the kickoff will come out about the 19-yard line. Second time we've seen this happen in this game, and that is where Northern Cass will start this drive. It's 13-0 Oak Grove's lead. Northern Cass will start at their 35-yard line after that kickoff went out of bounds. And Metzger will get the handoff, and the defense is around, and the ball comes loose. It's a fumble, and it's recovered by the Grovers. And I believe it's Bert Torres. It's either Torres or Alciver will get the fumble recovery. But the Grovers will get the football here in good field position. So Oak Grove will get to finish off this first quarter with the football. And And I was going to talk about that before that play by Backyard, which he wound up in the end zone, is getting that first down on that 4th and 1 also meant you would control more time of that first quarter. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. It's a run towards the left side. Foster Lord with the football. He'll get about 4, and it's a 2nd down and 6. So 2nd down and 4 for Oak Grove, who has just come out strong in this quarter. They had their were put back on their heels early by 2 big passing plays by the Jaguars, but since then have just come out here strong. Second down for Oak Grove. 1 receiver far side, 2 near side. Backyard, he awaits for the snap, and he will tuck and run. Comes towards the right side, open field, eludes a tackle, and then is stopped at the 20. And this should be enough for the first down. And he will. Backyard gains 7 and a first down for Oak Grove. Some movement from the far sideline from the Grovers. Will Olson, one of the players who came on the far sideline, didn't see who the other was, but Oak Grove has done a good job fairly routinely changing players. We now have about 20 seconds and counting to go in this first quarter. A 7-second difference between game clock and play clock, so the Grovers will have to run a play. See if they can make it count here as Backyard, the snap, throws towards the flat. This one connects to Johnson, and he'll score at the far sideline. And looks like he fumbled it at the 1-yard line. No, they're going to call for a touchdown.
Over the left side, and that's a Grover touchdown.
Spencer Schumacher will catch this one. It's a 20-yard completion for a touchdown. And the Grovers run their lead to 19-0. Luke Johnson will attempt the extra point. Schumacher with the touchdown reception. And just quick discussion from the official to Coach Ukstead on the near sideline. 4.5 seconds left to go in our first quarter. So Johnson getting ready for this extra point attempt. 7 seconds left to go on the play clock. Here comes the snap, and this one comes high through the uprights. It's good. Johnson hits the extra point, and the score will now be 20-0. This first quarter has belonged to the Grovers. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week.
Oh. Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month. Command IQ, you're my new best friend.
Don't be
20-0 Oak Grove. 4.5 seconds left in the first quarter. I-29 trophy matchup on YourLiveEvent.com. Grovers has done a good job just kind of mixing up things offensively. And they've kept Northern Cass on their heels. They've come through with just some big explosive plays when they needed it here in the first quarter of this game. And kickoff will go to the far sideline, and this one comes out somewhere about the 27-yard line. So 4.5 seconds left to go again in this first quarter. 20-0 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northern Cass a chance at one last play before this first quarter, which they'd like to put behind them, officially gets in the books. Jaguars came out rolling. 2 big passing plays, make that 3 big passing plays on the opening drive. Had a first and goal from the 8-yard line, and then things just kind of really started falling apart for their offense. Trips left, one on the far side. Man gets sent to the flats, and Metzger. Lichtenberg will throw this one far sideline. It's a connection and will be enough for a first down. Lichtenberg to Mosier will be a first down. Actually, they're going to say it's shy of the first down. So Mosier's catch will be good for 9. Lichtenberg connected with him for a 9-yard pickup on a 2nd down and 1, and they will not need to run a play as the first quarter comes to an end. 1 quarter to play here in Hunter on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It is Oak Grove 20, Northern Cass 10. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Beat up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
The Northern. First quarter comes to an end. Quarter number 2 getting underway out here at Hunter. Oak Grove 20, Northern Cass 10 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Oak Grove's offense, rather their defense coming out. There was a first down pass before the quarter came to an end, and then a penalty came afterwards, and that tagged on some big yards at the end for the Northern Cass Jaguars, as Lichtenberg will get his offense out there on the field. 4 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. 1st and 10 from the 37 of Oak Grove. He's immediately pressured, throws to the far sideline, incompletion. Nice job off the snap for Andrew Green to come right there and bring the pressure. Lichtenberg had to throw that one away, and he will throw it to the far sideline, so an incompletion. 2nd down and 10 at the 37. We are stopped at 11:54 here. We are in the second quarter. Homecoming game tonight here for the Northern Cass Jaguars. Mosier and Monson on the far side. 2 near side. Make that 3 far side receivers, 2 near side. Lichtenberg again, another empty backfield. Will throw, and this one in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Hoyland. Riley Backyard in on that stop for Oak Grove, and now a 3rd down and 10 for the Jaguars. That incompletion stops time with 11:51 to go in the second quarter. It'll be the Hall of Fame induction coming up at halftime. We'll see if we can get you coverage of that here on YourLiveEvent.com. As our Hunter Insurance halftime show is now the Jaguars offense scrambling to get in position. They have 7 seconds on the play clock. Trips right. Trips far side, 1 on the near side. They'll snap the football. It's slow. Lichtenberg will pick it up. That's pressure. Shot towards the end zone and incomplete. But Avery Quiner had a bead on the ball, and he took a shot of trying to catch that one for an interception. Now a 4th and 10. Northern Cass at Oak Grove's 37-yard line.
Number 7, Avery Quiner. It'll be 4th down and 10 for the Jays.
And no indication of a punt. Empty backfield yet again for this Jaguars offense. 3 left, 1 near side. 4th and 10 at the 37 of Oak Grove. Lichtenberg will get that low snap, and he gets knocked down. Ball comes loose, as immediately coming out to make that play on that sack was Brady Baker. So a loss of yards, turnover on downs, and Oak Grove will start this one at their 44-yard line, trying to add to their 20-0 lead. Lord, Backyard, Schumacher, all with touchdowns in quarter number 1. First and 10 at their own 44. That's where they'll spot this football after Lichtenberg was taken down, sacked for a loss. Baker picked up that sack. Backyard awaits the snap, has twin receivers either side. He comes back, has time. This one comes downfield, overthrown, incomplete. Josh Holloway looks like he was the intended receiver downfield. Oh, rather, that was 5 Dietz, not 6 Holloway. So Jack Dietz was the intended receiver. Incompletion. That will stop with 11:37 to go in our second quarter. Second and 10 at the 44. One near side receiver in Quinter. 3 in the backfield. It will be a handoff and a big run and a first down. That is Lord, who was taken down at the 45-yard line. Foster Lord will pick up 11 yards. Lord's got some size to him and was just kind of put down the trunk at the end of the play. Munson ends up getting the tackle and the stop, but a first down coming for Oak Grove, and they're going to continue to take off some time here as well. They've really controlled a lot of time in that first quarter. Oak Grove making some changes on their sideline. And looks like we're going to get an official timeout. And the officials are calling for the play clock to be reset, it looks like here, as there's 11:32 to go on this quarter. And now they're set to go, and they will get the clock started. Oak Grove setting up their offense yet again. Trips right. One on the near side. Backyard throws to Schumacher on the near sideline, and he is wrapped around and taken down at the 40.
From Backyard is complete to number 19, Spencer Schumacher. Antonio Sanchez with the tackle.
Schumacher will get about 5 on that play. Second down and 5.
There's a penalty flag on the play.
And wait, a flag is down back near the line of scrimmage. So offset on sportsmanlike penalties coming for both sides, so it won't do any damage on either sideline. Second down and 5. Grover's at the 45 of Northern Cass, and now the officials are going to talk this one over. It came after the whistle, so it won't move the spot of the football. And now they will both come to the line of scrimmage.
It'll be second down and 5 for the Grovers.
And Grover's jamming up the backfield. They'll have 3 in the backfield, and you can see Backyard, the quarterback, kind of directing traffic of his 3 in the backfield, and now looks like we're going to timeout. It looks like it'll come for the Grovers. This timeout brought to you by Bank North. This is a Bank North timeout. Oak Grove 20, Northern Cass scoreless. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
A Bank North timeout taken by Oak Grove as they were trying to figure out their offense and just couldn't get things going. So that was a Bank North timeout. Oak Grove with a 20-0 lead. They got all their points through the first 12 minutes of this game. What worked really well for the Grovers to get things started in this game was their ability to really create distraction and mismatches in the backfield, and that's what they're trying to do here. Is they'll get 3 in the backfield for Backyard. Second down and 5 at the 40 of Northern Cass, and now we're going to get some early movement on the line, and Oak Grove is pointing, rather Northern Cass is pointing to the side of Oak Grove, and it will be a false start on the Grovers. So the Grovers now will face a second down and 10 back to the original line of scrimmage where this drive started. They are back at their 45-yard line of Northern Cass. 11:09 to go in the second quarter. And Backyard will hand this one off to Peterson. No, Backyard keeps it himself, and he's up to the 40, extends it to probably about the 36-yard line. Backyard will get 9, and it's a 3rd down and 1. You know, there's about 3 occasions in this game for Oak Grove where they faced some penalties that bumped them back. I mean, they had a 1st down and 20, and the next play later picked up 22 yards. And that was that situation there. There was, obviously just a 2nd down and 10, but they had it would have been a 2nd down and 5. They're able to get those yards back and then some. 3rd and 1. Backyard again facing multiple players in the backfield. And the box tightens up a little bit as it's a run towards the right side. Looks like Lord will bring this one to the 30.
Foster Lord on the carry, a gain of 7 on the play.
Lord will pick up 7. And a fresh set of downs coming for the Grovers. Their running game starting to get locked in here.
Northern Cass 30-yard line.
They're at Northern Cass's 30-yard line. Multiple players in the backfield, 1st and 10. Ball at the 30, just under 10 minutes and counting to play in the first half. And Backyard looking for an edge to turn will run out.
On the carry, a gain of 3 on the play.
He'll get 3 yards on that pickup as he'll be brought out the 27-yard line.
Sanchez.
It was Antonio Sanchez who was able to corral him out of bounds.
The player and Coach Myers on the play.
So Northern Cass, rather Oak Grove, effectively moving the football here. 2nd down and 7, ball at the 27-yard line. Grovers lead 20-0, looking for their first touchdown of quarter number 2. And Backyard goes for a handoff, ball is loose. It's a fumble, and it's smothered. Broneski will land on top of that one. Broneski will get the fumble recovery. And Northern Cass will have a 1st and 10 at their 31-yard line. Some miscommunication on that handoff, and the ball into the hands of Northern Cass. Jaguars offense comes out to the line of scrimmage. There will be one on the backfield in Metzger. 3 far side, 1 near side. And the pass is connected to the hands of Mosier. He'll extend this one out. He keeps going past midfield and brought out at the 35-yard line. Lichtenberg to Mosier for 35 yards and a 1st down. That's how the Jaguars looked on that opening drive, was explosive plays like that. Unfortunately, again, got stalled out inside the 10 and was forced to go for a field goal. Ball will be at the 34-yard line. 9:37 left to go in this first half on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. And a connection for a pass, and it will be no gain. We'll see where this. Oh, they will give 2. So they stopped the forward progress with the 2-yard pickup for Mosier, so a 2nd down and 8. Lichtenberg will get 2 yards on that play. Lichtenberg lines up 3 on the far side, 1 on the near side. Metzger in the backfield for Lichtenberg. Snap high through his hands. He is going to pick it up immediately, pressured, and throws it away. Would have been a loss of 17 yards, and he is able to just get the throw off. Lichtenberg threw that one away, and now there's a flag down. So they're going to call the grounding. It's going to be 3rd down and long for Northern Cass, who's getting this offensive opportunity after Bronetsky's fumble recovery. 3rd down and 35. Make that 3rd down and 3rd down and long. Lichtenberg comes onto an empty backfield. No surprise there. He looks around. He's in and out of the hands of Metzger, and an incompletion. So now a 4th down and 35. Spencer Schumacher to return the punt. Alongside that will be Jesse Peterson, the senior. 20-0 the score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 8:56 left in the second quarter. Northern Cass no choice but to flip the field on this 4th and long. And snap and the punt, and this one is skied and will touchdown at the 50, rolls to the 46-yard line, and eventually will be touched. So the Grovers will get decent field position here after that punt. They will start this drive at their 46-yard line. Oak Grove 1-6 on the season. They won 2 weeks ago against EEK 37-6. A game, as Coach Whitney talked about, is EEK was an all but victory formation, and then a few miscues wind up with a chance for Luke Johnson to hit that game-winning field goal. He did. They got their first win of the season, and he said it's just kind of a little bit more pep in the step, a little bit more swagger with this team. You know, you get that monkey off your back, you get your first win, and then you start realizing that, you know, the opportunities to improve. And, you know, last week a loss against a very tough Thompson team, and tonight they've come out strong. Here comes the first play from the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line, and some misdirection, but Bockyguard gets tailed back and brought down for a loss. Gage Hansen stayed with him on the play, and it will be a loss of about 6 yards. Oh, it'll be more than that. It'll be a loss of 12. Bockyguard put that between 2 running backs, and it was a big play action, but able to stay with them and make that play was Gage Hansen. So now a 2nd down and 22. Seen some long downs come this quarter. Second down and 22. And Bockyguard a pass, and it's incomplete, but a flag is down, and I wonder if we're going to see a PI, as Jesse Peterson was the intended receiver and was in the middle of a defensive wall from Northern Cass. And will be holding on Northern Cass. So this will be a pickup about 10 yards, and now a 2nd down and 12. So the Grovers catch a break, picking up yards on that penalty. 2nd down and 12. They're at their 45-yard line. First quarter saw a lot of big dynamic plays. This quarter we've seen some penalties slow down things on both sides as they run towards the outside. Foster Lord, about a 10-yard pickup. And we're going to have 3rd down. So 3rd down and 3. So that will be, will be Lord picking up 9, not 10, and a 3rd down and 3. Ball to the 46-yard line of Northern Cass. Under 7.5 to play on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Oak Grove putting up that 20 spot in the first quarter. Tight formation on the inbox, and it'll be, on the box, and it'll be a run inside and some positive yards. And I believe it was Lord who got the handoff, and he is taken down at the 40. It'll be a 5-yard pickup. And I believe it was Lord on the run.
Peterson on the carry.
It will be Peterson on the carry. So Peterson will pick up those 5 yards, gets the first down. 1st and 10, ball up to the 41-yard line. Coming up with 7 minutes left to play in the half. Again, homecoming tonight for the Jaguars. Backyard awaits the snap. He will go to the deep back. It's a run towards the right side. A first down pickup for Peterson. He is tackled at the 30, and it will be a pickup of 11 yards. Peterson has had a few big carries this quarter. He was in the mix all game, but now he has gotten the rock here in the second quarter. Fresh set of downs coming for Oak Grove as they march closer to the end zone, trying to take a 26-0 advantage on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Our Hunter Insurance halftime show coming up. And the offense will stick to that formation. It's been 3 in the backfield. And it's Backyard will keep it, runs towards the outside. First down, he is going to keep going. Cuts towards the middle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown.
30-yard touchdown.
Backyard's second touchdown of the game. This one a 30-yard run, and it is 26-0 Grovers. A 26-0 score. Backyard with a huge run there, 26-0. Extra point would make it a 27-0 contest, and Johnson is going to come out here to attempt that. Backyard, who got that run, will stay out there, and he'll do the holding. Here comes the snap, the kick. This one wobbles its way through the upright. Johnson is good. That is a 27-0 game, 6:11 left to go in the first half. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Couldn't pick a better community to be a part of. I've actually been to another college, and this one was a far better experience because of the support of the faculty and the staff here. It's just outstanding. My name is Andrew, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
And Riley Backyard, his second touchdown of the game. This one for Backyard, a 30-yard run. Johnson getting the extra point. That makes it a 27-0 game here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 6 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the first half of this game, and Johnson will do the kicking. Oak Grove was kind of out of sorts, out of system a little bit. Neither team really able to kind of get their footing offensively in the second quarter, and then Oak Grove kind of just got dialed in. Johnson ready to do the kicking, and this one to the far side. He's had a couple come out of bounds here. This one is going to be caught, and Northern Cass looking for a decent return, and the tackle will come inside of the 30. Logan Christensen in on the tackle. 1st and 10, Northern Cass at their 27-yard line. Northern Cass had a fumble recovery this quarter, and looked like they were going to put themselves in a prime spot to try to cut into that deficit. Again, the ground game has been used sparsely for the Jaguars. Here they are at their own 26-yard line. Lichtenberg has the snap. Pressure, throws near sideline, and this one past the outstretched arms of Landon Mosier, and an incompletion. 16 pass attempts by my count, and it'll be a 2nd down and 10, 6:01 to go in the first half. Northern Cass in the huddle here. They got a lot of time on the play clock, about 24 seconds. Another attempt at a big passing play coming as it trips far side. One lone receiver on the numbers near side. Lichtenberg the snap, rolls out, throws, and this one is caught, and it's going to be shy of a first down. Kane caught the pass. He'll be shy of a first down, and he'll take the hit from Peterson. And we have an officials timeout. Time on the field. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Don't let the flu get you down. Fight the flu with a shot of prevention. Stop at Hillsborough Drug and get your flu shot today. No appointment is necessary. Shingle shots are also available. And don't forget your other pharmacy and healthcare needs at Hillsborough Drug. Over-the-counter medications, vitamins, health and beauty items as well. For your convenience, Hillsborough Drug offers mail-out service and delivery of your prescriptions. Check out the gift items for all occasions, too. Hillsborough Drug is a locally owned pharmacy and proud to serve the area. They thank you for trusting them with your business at Hillsborough Drug.
As an American Family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American Family agent.
American Family Insurance.
Back on YourLiveEvent.com. 1st and 10 at their own 37 as Northern Cass. Just caught that pass, took a big hit. He was able to walk himself over to the sideline. Empty backfield for Lichtenberg. Comes out with two far side, one near side. Rifles this one up, incompletion.
Penalty flag on the play.
And there was a flag down on the field, so we are stopped here with 5:46.
Pass interference on the Grover.
There will be a pass interference on Oak Grove, so Northern Cass will get themselves some yards. So pass interference will put them in plus territory. No, just shy of plus territory. Now they're in. So ball will be at about the 47-yard line on that 15-yard pickup.
Oak Grove territory. 1st and 10 at the Grover 47-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 47 of Oak Grove. And Northern Cass, opening drive of the game after taking the kickoff, was able to get to the 8-yard line. And after that, it was just a few miscues on offense and then a missed field goal. That has been the best offensive opportunity Northern Cass has had on this game, down 27-0 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. And now Lichtenberg will send a man in motion, and he'll fake the handoff, tries to run it himself, is wrapped around and stopped, but it'll be a pickup of about 3 yards on the run attempt.
Down by number 56, Jose Alcavar.
Jose Alcavar will make the stop. Lichtenberg gets 3 yards, 2nd down in 7. At the half, they'll have the announcement of the Hall of Fame class here for the Jaguars. That will be on our Hunter Insurance halftime show. That is coming up here at the end of this quarter on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll try to find you some scores as well from other games being played. We do have EEK in Central Cass, Kindred in Sargent County. 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 45 of Oak Grove. Lichtenberg the snap, comes back, throws towards the flat, incomplete.
Pass was intended for number 4, Parker Zeski.
Parker Zeski was the intended receiver. And now looking at a 3rd down. Third down and 7, ball at the 45. Lichtenberg on the near sideline. A discussion with Coach Husted. He'll find his way back into the huddle. It'll be trips near side. 2 on the far side. Empty backfield right now. Actually, 4 receivers near side. Empty backfield coming for the Jaguars on a 3rd down and 7. And pass is completed. And a stop comes from Spencer Schumacher as this one was caught by Keelan Monson.
Number 19, Spencer Schumacher. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 8.
No gain and a 3rd down and 8 on that completion. .420 left to go in the half.
It is 4th down and long for the Jays.
And Northern Cass coming out here as though they are ready to punt, and now we're going to have an officials timeout. So an officials timeout, we'll step aside, back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Harvest is here, and that means we all need to be careful. Hello, this is Bethany Rentz with Irie Insurance. We want to make sure everyone up and down the valley has a safe and successful harvest. Take extra special care in your travels. Slow-moving combines, mud-covered roads, and debris are just a few things during harvest that can be dangerous. So take your time, watch your surroundings, and most of all, be patient and slow down. For more harvest safety tips, go to irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
And we're back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Northern Cass taking a timeout. Julian Lichtenberg, their quarterback, being tended to by the trainer. 4th and 7. Jaguars at their own 45, make that at the Grovers' 45-yard line. Lichtenberg will be taken to the near sideline, so he is off the field. And Northern Cass lined up like they're going to go for it. Skankin at quarterback. And some early movement.
Penalty flag on the play.
And a penalty will come down. The officials will stop and discuss this at about midfield. 4:10 to go in the first half. And
False start called on the Jays.
it'll be a false start on the Jaguars. So their first play without their quarterback, and they'll lose some yards on the false start. Now 4th down and 15. 27-0 the score. It was 20-0 at the end of 12 minutes. Riley Bachigard has scored 2 touchdowns, including the only one, and the last one scored by the Grovers here in quarter 2. Andrew Skank will lead the offense. Trips far side, 2 near side, 4th down and 15 from their own 48-yard line. He will roll out, checks downfield, rears back, takes a shot, and this one intercepted. Skank's pass is intercepted by Riley Bachigard, so one quarterback turns over to the other. And Oak Grove will have it about their 27-yard line. It's about maybe as good as a punt would be in that situation. 4:03 to go in the half. And this one will be about the 27-yard line, so a 1st and 10 upcoming for the Grovers. And the Grovers here at the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 from their 25. They lead 27-0. They'll set a man in motion, and Peterson play action. Bachigard shot towards the near side and overthrows Quinner, his intended receiver.
To Avier Quinner, falls incomplete at the 45-yard line, defended by Matthew Metzger. On the
Incompletion will stop it with 3:58 to go in the half. Grovers and Jaguars each looking for win number 2 of their 2022 season. Reiner, who was that receiver on that last play, is on the near side. It'll be 3 on the backfield for Backyard. And who does it wind up with? It'll be Schumacher around the outside. Schumacher keeps with the stiff arms. At least will get the first down and then about an extra yard or two.
Right side, Keelan Munson on the tackle on the play. It's a gain of 11, and that'll be a first down and 10 for the Grovers.
So it'll be a pickup of a first down coming for Oak Grove. Grovers will have this one at their 39-yard line, and they're quick, but they're not going to hurry because they have a 27-point lead. They have plenty of time on the play clock, trying to get that game clock down to 0 on this drive as well. Grover's offense is going to have to hustle up to the line of scrimmage now. 5 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to have to snap this football. Snap gets just in time. It's Backyard with the keeper. Backyard the first down. He's going to keep running towards the outside and in at the 39-yard line. Backyard picks up another first down, and the Grovers in plus territory.
Just a reminder, homecoming court, any Hall of Fame inductees, please make your way down to the corner of the southwest end zone.
The Grovers just continuing to move the football on this drive as there's inside of 3 left to play in the second quarter. Joel Morgan out here in Hunter. Thanks for joining us on our broadcast tonight. The I-29 trophy matchup. Homecoming tonight for Northern Cass. 1st and 10. Oak Grove at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Snap to Backyard, and Backyard looks around. He's going to give this one over to Peterson, and he will get a big run. Now he cuts to the outside, and he is down at the 20.
Number 44,
Jesse Peterson with a big gain. 22 yards and a 1st and 10 at the Grovers. They're inside the 20 of Northern Cass. Two minutes, 22 seconds and counting left to play in the second quarter. It's been a packed backfield for Backyard. Backyard's going to look around, will keep himself, will lose the tackle, tucks and run. He's going to keep the feet churning, and he is down about the 15. Backyard will get 9, and now a 2nd down and 1 for Oak Grove. This drive has done everything they've been looking for. They've been able to march upfield. They've been able to chew up time. Second down and 1. Ball at the 11 of Northern Cass. Oak Grove leading 27-0. Snap comes, and it's going to be a handoff and a run towards the left side. This will be another one. It's Peterson with the touchdown run.
Peterson over the left side.
Jesse Peterson, an 11-yard touchdown run, and the Grovers continue to add to their lead. Number 44, Jesse Peterson with the run. 33-0 is the score. $33-0 the score. And they are looking for that extra point. Johnson missed the first extra point, and that was one that looked like it was going to get blocked. So Backyard was doing the holding, pulled that one back. Here comes this one, and this one is deflected. So the extra point is no good, but it is 33-0 after Jesse Peterson's touchdown. Oak Grove leads on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Back here on YourLiveEvent.com, Jesse Peterson, the touchdown. Extra point no good is 33-0 though, Oak Grove on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. These two teams have seen their struggles this season. They've just looked for that game to put it all together. Northern Cass, their only win coming in week 2 against EEK. Oak Grove's only win coming 2 weeks ago. That one as well against EEK. It was a walk-off field goal, and here comes a squib kick, and this one's going to bounce around, and it's going to be smothered by Keelan Monson, and the Jaguars will get the ball at their own 38-yard line. 1:27 left to play in half number 1. Julian Lichtenberg left the game with an injury. Have not seen him come back out yet to try to run that offense. Andrew Skank gets that opportunity. You'll now see what Northern Cass will do. Andrew Skank will run the offense. It will be 3 in the backfield for him. 1 receiver out on either side. 1st and 10 Jaguars at their own 38-yard line, rather 38-yard line. He'll put it out. He'll keep the football, and he is brought down back at the 35-yard line.
77, Brady Baker of the Grovers. It'll bring up a 2nd and 12.
He'll lose 2 as Brady Baker gets the tackle. Now a penalty flag is down, and I'm wondering if it was something after the play.
Personal foul, face mask on the Grovers.
It'll be a face mask on the Grover.
It'll be a 1st down and 10.
So the Grovers, Northern Cass, will get a 1st down out of the deal. They'll get 15 yards. That will put them at about the 48-yard line. Now they'll put this one at the 47-yard line of Oak Grove. Minute 19 to go in the half. Our Hunter Insurance halftime show coming up. They'll have a homecoming court announced as well as a Hall of Fame class here for the Northern Cass Jaguars. We'll have that for you here on yourliveevent.com. Andrew Skank running the offense. And it's a full backfield for the quarterback. He drops back, immediately gets pressured, throws towards the near side, and it'll be an incompletion. Well, I was looking for Mosier at the 50-yard line.
Jack Dietz of the Grovers. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
Now we'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Northern Cass. Northern Cass has just faced that slew of injuries this season. It's taken away their running game. Matthew Hoppe spent a lot of time injured this year. A lot of different formations they've had on their line. Different spots they've had in receiver. Now you lose what has been one of the consistent pieces of your offense and your starting quarterback with injury in this game. Just Skank running the offense. 2nd down and 10. And it will be a handoff in the backfield. And we'll see some positive yards come out of this one as Metzger picks up 8 on the run.
A gain of 9 on the play. Brought down by number 44, Jesse Peterson.
Play was kind of slow to develop, and Metzger showed his patience and just got himself through. That last tackle, I would think, is a touchdown-saving tackle. If Metzger would have gotten that one last cut in or would have gotten free of that last defender, I think we're talking about a 33-6 game. 32 seconds in counting left to play in the half. 3 in the backfield again. It will be Metzger with the football, and he is wrapped around and stopped right away. It is Brady Baker who will tackle him near the 44-yard line.
Brady Baker, a loss of 3 in the play.
And now Metzger is down, and there is a penalty flag down as well. There'll be another injury coming for the Jaguars in this game. Metzger able to bring himself towards the huddle on the near side as the officials will discuss that penalty marker that has come down. It'll be unsportsmanlike after the play on Northern Cass.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Northern Cass. It'll back to Jaguar
So Northern Cass will lose 15 yards. 17.8 seconds left to play in the half. Northern Cass losing some yards. Felt like in the blink of an eye this game became 20-0 Oak Grove. They have tagged on 13 points here in the second quarter.
It'll be 4th down and 20 for the Jays.
4th down and 20 for Northern Cass. You're on the cusp now, another touchdown for Oak Grove, and clock will keep resuming and will keep running in the second half. That's got to be on the mind of the Jaguars. Fourth down and 20. Jaguars are throwing 42-yard line, and the offense does not need to snap the football, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do here is they will concede this second half, this second quarter, I should say, and that will be the end of the first half. Oak Grove on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard have a 33-0 lead. Halftime coming your way next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week.
Oh. Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month. Command IQ, you're my new best friend.
Starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Hey, what you doing?
Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced.
It's harvest time, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered.
What do I look for?
Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in North Dakota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
The Command IQ app helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week.
Oh. Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month. Command IQ, you're my new best friend.
Don't be by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance. Protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
The Northern Kansas School.
And welcome to our Hunter Insurance halftime show. Our score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it is Oak Grove 33, Northern Cass scoreless. It was 20 points that came in the first quarter for the Grovers as they have controlled this game on offense, putting up over 200 yards rushing as a team, over 250 yards rushing, I should say, as a team, with some huge plays that came their way. Northern Cass took the opening kickoff, and they marched upfield, got a first and goal at the 8-yard line, and then a couple of botched running plays and some losses of yards. They went for a field goal. They missed. The ball went to Oak Grove. They turned around and scored, and that is kind of how this game really got going here. The first touchdown of the game came from Foster Lord at the 6:52 mark. Extra point wasn't good. It would be 6-0. Next touchdown would come with 1:40 left to play in the quarter. This time it was a 16-yard run from Riley Backyguard, his first of 2 touchdowns. They got the extra point. It was 13-0, and then Oak Grove one last shot at the end zone with 4.5 seconds left to play. It was Spencer Schumacher with the touchdown reception, a 20-yard reception. Extra point was good. 20-0 would be the score at the end of the first quarter. Neither team really came out strong to begin quarter number 2, and then Riley Backyguard scored at the 6:11 mark of the quarter with the keeper. That one for Backyguard would be a 16-yard run, and then we would get a touchdown that would come the way of Jesse Peterson. That one, an 11-yard run, extra point, no good. But 33-0 would be the score, and that is where we sit here at the half. That has been our first half scoring recap on our Hunter Insurance halftime show. We're coming your way next on YourLiveEvent.com.
That every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
You couldn't pick a better community to be a part of. I've actually been to another college, and this one was a far better experience because of the support of the faculty and the staff here. It's just outstanding. My name is Andrew, and I'm here for my future.
It feels
feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Welcome back to our Hunter Insurance halftime show. 33-0 the lead for Oak Grove on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's been a big rushing game for Riley Bacigard. I have him for 158 yards on 13 carries. Remember, he had a big 65-yard run the first play from the line of scrimmage. He's had a run of 65, a run of 38, a run of 24. So he's had some big runs. Passing-wise for Bacigard, 3 for 7, 53 yards, including a touchdown to Spencer Schumacher. 296 yards rushing I have for Oak Grove in the first half of this game. Well, Northern Cass, their offense has primarily been in their air attack. Over 100 yards passing coming for the Jaguars. Their rushing game, they're currently right now in the negative yard situation and now losing Julian Lichtenberg, their starting quarterback. Andrew Skank taking over in that position. I would imagine that we may see those running yards start tolling up for Northern Cass as an injury to their quarterback in game. They might have to make a few changes coming. That's will do it for our Hunter Insurance halftime show. Our second half coming your way when we return. It's high school football on yourliveevent.com.
Don't let the flu get you down. Fight the flu with a shot of prevention. Stop at Hillsborough Drug and get your flu shot today. No appointment is necessary. Shingle shots are also available. And don't forget your other pharmacy and healthcare needs at Hillsborough Drug. Over-the-counter medications, vitamins, health and beauty items as well. For your convenience, Hillsborough Drug offers mail-out service and delivery of your prescriptions. Check out the gift items for all occasions, too. Hillsborough Drug is a locally owned pharmacy and proud to serve the area. They thank you for trusting them with your business at Hillsborough Drug.
As an American Family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American Family agent.
American Family Insurance.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Harvest is... We all need to be careful. Hello, this is Bethany Rentz with Irie Insurance. We want to make sure everyone up and down the valley has a safe and successful harvest. Take extra special care in your travels. Slow-moving combines, mud-covered roads, and debris are just a few things during harvest that can be dangerous. So take your time, watch your surroundings, and most of all, be patient and slow down. For more harvest safety tips, go to irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
The Command IQ app helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week.
Oh. Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month. Command IQ, you're my new best friend.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Hey, what you doing?
Crawling around under my planter trying to figure out if I need any maintenance parts replaced.
It's harvest time, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but the guys at RDK Enterprises keep reminding me to check now, just in case I need something ordered.
What do I look for?
Just give RDK a call and ask some questions. They are the guys I go to for answers.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We will answer all of your planter questions or come out to your farm and take a look at your planter. Give us a call, 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Hunter. 33-0 the score on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northern Cass trailing Oak Grove. We will have running time to begin the second half. It's just been a struggle for Northern Cass to get settled in offensively, especially when you have an injury to your starting quarterback coming late in the first half of this game. Well, Oak Grove on the other end, their offense seemingly can do no wrong. They've worked the ball upfield at will. They have not had to punt in this game. And they jumped out to an early, it felt like instantly a 20-0 start. And then you add the aspect of that, they just controlled time. So they got up to a quick start. They lead 33-0, and they will begin the second half of this football game with the ball. As teams will come out there on the field, and we are ready to go. Riley Backyguard has been a force on the ground here in this contest.
Bolden to kick for the Jays.
And Bolden will do the kicking for the Northern Cass Jaguars. Again, they need to get their offense going here, down in this one by a score of 33-0. And this kick will be low, will take a bounce over. And it be a short return, and this drive will begin at about the 30-yard line.
Return by William Olson, a return of 5. Reed Bolden on the tackle.
There's William Olson on the return attempt. So running time here in this third quarter. We'll see how deep Oak Grove, who also has battled their share of injuries this season, we'll see how deep they will go in their rotation with a nice lead like this opportunity to get some of these younger players down. It's been a full backfield for Oak Grove. That has been one of their keys to their success. And Backyguard will have the snap, looks around, play action, takes a shot deep downfield, and it's caught at the 46-yard line. Oscar Francis with the completion.
Francis, it's a gain of 22. It'll be a first down and 10 for the Grovers.
So Francis, his first target of the game, and that one will be a first down. Just like that, a deep shot or a long chunk yardage play comes from Oak Grove. 1st and 10, they're at the 46 of Northern Cass. Backyguard waits for the snap, and it will be in the backfield to Peterson, who churns his legs through and is down at the 35-yard line, 11-yard pickup. Jesse Peterson, who scored the last touchdown for Oak Grove, picks up 11-yard on that run.
First and 10 for the Grovers at the Jaguar 34-yard line.
And they will move this ball up to the 34-yard line of Northern Cass. Oak Grove on pace to be 2-6. Next week for them will be Linton at home. Actually, it will be Linton in Moorhead, as they do not have their home field this year. We'll have that for you. I'll be on the call next week on yourliveevent.com. Here comes the snap, and this will be a handoff. Schumacher will lose the football.
Carry on the play by number 19, Spencer Schumacher. Fumble on the play. It's recovered by the Jays.
Schumacher will lose the football, and the Jaguars will get it.
32-yard line.
So they'll get it at their own 32-yard line. Second fumble recovered by Northern Cass in this game. And I think, Oak Grove in obviously a good position to win this one, but when this game is over and that they're done enjoying it, I think that will be a conversation topic, is just hanging on to that football. Second turnover you've had. Andrew Skank will lead the offense for this Northern Cass Jaguars team. And it'll be a handoff and a run attempt, but losing his footing and trying to cut. Zeski will be brought down for a loss of 3. So a second down and 13. Approaching 9 minutes to go, our third quarter just underway. Stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll name our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. We'll also have RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game coming your way as well in our post-game recap. One back on either side of Skank, one receiver far side, 2 on the near side. He drops back. He goes to take a shot, and this one for Mosier incomplete. And now a third down and 13. Remember, we are looking at running time here in this third quarter with a 33-0 advantage for Oak Grove. Riley Backyard, a 2-touchdown performance in this contest. Jesse Peterson also scoring. Foster Lord, a touchdown. Off the top of my head, I think I might have missed one on that. We'll take a look at our stat sheet here coming up. Skank awaits the snap, has it. Looking for the read option and a miscue, and he is brought down back at the 25-yard line.
52 Mason Hermstead of the Grovers. It'll bring up a 4th down and 18.
That was Hermstead with the tackle, and now we're looking at a 4th down and 18. And Reed Volden will do the punting. So Oak Grove will get the football here with 7:39 and counting to go in the third quarter. Here comes the snap and the punt. This one will come down at the 46-yard line. Takes a roll, another 10 yards. A good punt comes for Reed Volden. Oak Grove will have a 1st and 10 at their 46-yard line. 33-0 game. It was 41-0 Central Cass, by the way, against against EEK at the half. Chase Miller with the call of that one in Castleton. First and 10, Grover's at their own 46-yard line. Backyard to lead the offense. There'll be 2 receivers near side, 1 far side. They will set a man in motion, and Peterson is flipped to Peterson. He will turn a corner up to the 50, keeps going to the 45, to the 40, stopped at the 35-yard line. And Peterson, his last 5 carries, 11, 18, 11, 11, 18 yards, and this will be a 1st down for Oak Grove. Peterson over 70 yards rushing with a touchdown to his credit for the senior. 1st and 10 at the 35. Backyard looks around like he was going to pitch it, runs it himself, free of the defense. He'll grab about 9 on that run.
Over the right side, a gain of 7 on the play. Sam Nelson on the tackle for the Jags.
He'll get 7 on that play, a 2nd down and 3. He sold that. He was dropped the shoulders like he was going to pitch to the outside and then decided to run it himself and just kind of kept the high step going and the feet moving. So a 2nd down and 3, ball up to the 30. Grovers will come to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 3. They are at Northern Cass's 30. Bacigard the snap. He will run it himself. He'll get the first down. He's going to keep moving. He is at the 20, cuts to the near side at the 10, brought down at the 5.
Bacigard over the left side. A 30-yard gain. Keelan Monson on the tackle. Will be a 1st and goal for the Grovers.
A big run comes from Bacigard. First and goal from the 4-yard line. Bacigard awaits the snap, has a heel run to the right side, picks up some blocks, squeezes his way through, and he will get 2 yards and is shy of the end zone.
77, Sam Nelson, number 55, Brody Geston. 2nd and goal.
Geston and Nelson with the stop, saving the points. Second and goal at the 2-yard line is the Grovers. Snap to Bacigard, runs to the left side, runs into the wall of defenders, will push forward. It's going to be stopped at the 1-yard line. Nice job by Northern Cass's defense. And now a 3rd and goal. Three minutes, 43 seconds and counting remaining in our 3rd quarter. Homecoming game for Northern Cass. Oak Grove playing spoilers tonight, leading 33-0. Bacigard on the first 2 attempts. It was him on the run attempt. Will go to Peterson, and the defense is all over it, and he is stopped at the 10.
Neski meets him in the backfield. A loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 4th down and goal for the Grovers.
Roneski with the big tackle, and it'll be a loss of a yard, and now 4th and goal for the Grovers. Bacigard looking for the play from his far sideline. Grovers remain in the huddle. They will try to punch this one across on a 4th and goal from 3 yards away. It is a packed backfield, and Foster Lord stands on the far back, and it will be pitched over into the hands of Schumacher. Schumacher with the stiff arm towards the pylon, and he is in for the touchdown.
Schumacher over the right side. It's a 4-yard touchdown run for the Grovers.
Schumacher with the touchdown run. That will be his 2nd score of the game. That one a 3-yard run. 39-0 the score. And Luke Johnson will try to make it a 40-0 game. The snap, the kick, and this one is good. The kick is good. It is 40-0. Oak Grove leads on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We'll be back with more on YourLiveEvent.com.
He's a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Was a squib kick to the Jaguars. They able to recover the football on the far side of the field. Minute 21 left to go in the third quarter. 40-0. Oak Grove leads Northern Cass. Northern Cass has suffered a few injuries leading up to this game and a big loss in their starting quarterback, Julian Lechtenberg, leaving the game. So their offense just kind of starting to stall out as they will now come to the line of scrimmage, a 1st and 10 at their 37-yard line. Skank, the quarterback, he drops back, looks, puts this one in the air, knocked away. Peterson makes a great play.
Incomplete at the 40-yard line. Defended well on the play by number 44, Jesse Peterson of the Grovers.
Jesse Peterson just put his hands up, knocked it away. He's broke up a few passes here in this game. Of course, has a touchdown to his credit, has run the ball well here in the second half. We're now inside of a minute left to play in the third quarter. Jaguars going to have to run this play. Skank rolls out onto the near side, looks to throw, and incomplete.
Mosier falls incomplete at the 47-yard line. Defended on the play.
Mosier, the intended receiver. And now the Jaguars do not need to snap the football on a 3rd down and 10. And that is what Northern Cass will do. They will concede the rest of the time here to run out the third quarter. Oak Grove does add on another touchdown. They lead this one 40-0 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Fourth quarter coming up next when we return on YourLiveEvent.com.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in North Dakota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And our fourth quarter will begin, and it was a 3rd down and 10, and a pass attempt to Mosier incomplete. $40-0. It was 20-0 at the end of the first quarter. 33-0 at halftime in favor of Oak Grove. Riley Backyard, their quarterback, is approaching 200 yards rushing. He had his first play for the line of scrimmage was a 65-yard run. That was a big one. Again, all of that came after Northern Cass looked so strong to start the game. Took him about 4 plays to get a 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Now a 4th down and 10 for Northern Cass. You know, the ball back in the hand of the Grovers. They'll try to run down time. Andrew Skank comes back. Shot downfield, and this one off the fingers of Landon Mosier in an incompletion.
Defended on the play by number 44, Jesse Peterson. That'll bring up 4th and 10.
And Oak Grove will take over. Will be a 1st and 10 at their 37-yard line. Grovers will win their second of the season. They'll improve to 2-6. Jaguars will fall to 1-6. Stacked backfield coming for the Grovers. Hand off to Peterson, and Peterson gets bounced around and brought down in the backfield. Lincoln Sprague with the tackle for Northern Cass. Will be a 2nd down and 10. Next week, Oak Grove will have Linton HMB. We'll have that here on yourliveevent.com. Northern Cass will remain at home to wrap up their season. They'll have Oaks next week. We'll have that one for you as well. Live out here from Hunter. 2nd down and 10 at the 37-yard line. And here comes a run and some big open field. Donabauer with the run. He is tackled at the 20. So Donabauer's first carry brings this one up to the 20-yard line. A 17-yard pickup. First and 10 at Northern Cass's 19-yard line. Clock continuing to move here. 10 seconds on the play clock. Bacigard still out here to lead this offense. Snap will be a handoff and a good read on the play in the backfield.
Number 16, Brady Donabauer.
Donabauer with the one. Lincoln Sprague with the tackle, being no gain at a 2nd down and 10. It was really when the Grovers started packing that backfield, they had some all sort of misdirection coming. Second and 10 at the 20. And Bacigard with the keeper. He'll run towards the outside, eludes a tackle, still moving towards the outside. Finally brought down at about the 5-yard line. And Bacigard will pick up 15 yards, and it's a 2nd and goal for Oak Grove. Already leading 40-0. Grover's in the huddle. They'll break. They'll come to the line of scrimmage. Again, 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. See if the Grovers get another player into the end zone. Donabauer's had some carries on this series, and this will be a run towards the outside and another touchdown. So Donabauer got into the end zone, but a penalty comes down. Flag comes down. And the Grovers will be tagged up for holding. We're trying to get that sophomore Brady Donabauer on the score sheet with a touchdown. Instead, it becomes a 1st and goal from the 13-yard line. Seven minutes, 35 seconds and counting left here in the 4th quarter on a Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. First and goal for Oak Grove. Snap to Bacigard. He runs towards the left side and wrapped around and stopped in the backfield. Carter Mikulicki with the stop at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and goal. Been all on the ground here for the Grovers on this drive. And taking over on downs after Northern Cass tried to go for it on a 4th down. It'll be a little bit more spread out here with 2 receivers either side. Backyard had some options on this 2nd and goal. He comes back. Peterson will give him some blocking. Shot towards the back of the end zone. And this one is caught, and it's a touchdown.
Pass is complete to Jack Dietz for the touchdown for the Grovers.
And Jack Dietz will get the touchdown. This one an 11-yard pass. And Jack Dietz gets his first touchdown of the game. Point after on the way. Extra point attempt coming up for Luke Johnson. And here comes his kick. And that one is good. 47-0 is the score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Dietz with the touchdown. We'll be back with more coming up next on YourLiveEvent.com.
A world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
The Command IQ app helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week.
Oh. Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month. Command IQ, you're my new best friend.
Don't be fooled, but
We are back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Jack Dietz with the touchdown. 47-0 our score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 5:30 left to play. Here we are in the 4th quarter. Grover's on pace to get win number 2. We'll talk to members of this team on our post-game show coming up as a squib kick is caught and landed on about the 45-yard line. The Jaguars will get their offense out there. Credit to Northern Cass for having to adjust on the fly here. You lose your starting quarterback to an injury. Already came into this game with players out in different positions because of various injuries leading into this game. Approaching 5 minutes now left to go. Northern Cass will now have a week to try to figure things out here as they are 1-7 on the season, 1-5 in the region. They'll have to figure something out here as Oaks is no slouch. Will be a tough opponent. Skank drops back, takes a shot, and this one incomplete. Mosier was the intended receiver. Kai Zabel was the back, and he had lost his footing. If that would have landed up in his hands, he would have been able to find his way into the end zone. Instead, it's an incompletion. So a 2nd down and 10. Jaguars at their own 45-yard line. We're coming up on 4 minutes left in the game. Snap a little high. Skake picks it up. We'll take another deep shot downfield. This time it's caught.
The pass to Landon Mosier is complete.
Mosier
for the Jags.
will catch this one inside of the 30.
And it's a 1st down and 10 for the Jags at the Grover 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Jaguars right now fighting to end this shutout, down 47-0. Two receivers near side, 2 at the far side. King drops back, takes a shot at the end zone, overthrows, incomplete.
Pass from Skank.
Keelan Munson was the intended receiver, incomplete. Now 2nd down and 10. Approaching 3 minutes left to play in this game. We'll have our post-game show coming up. Skank drops back. Shot at the end zone. Incomplete. Hoyland was the intended receiver. And there is a flag down. There will be a penalty called. Pass interference called against the Grovers.
The Grovers will move up 15 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Jags at the Oak Grove 13-yard line.
1st and 10 for Northern Cass at Oak Grove's 13-yard line. This is the best field position that the Jaguars have had since the opening drive. They got that 1st and goal from about 6 yards out. It took them about 3 or 4 plays to get there. Their offense was really rolling, stalled out, missed a field goal, and then Oak Grove has really taken over since then. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Skank drops back, shot towards the end zone, incomplete.
Pass was intended for Keelan Munson.
Keelan Munson, the intended receiver.
2nd and 10.
Now be 2nd and 10. Skank another shot towards the end zone, overthrows his receiver. Incomplete.
In the end zone, it'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
And now a 3rd down coming. Third down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Another shot on the way at the end zone. This one towards the back corner, and this one intercepted.
Skank's pass is intercepted on the play.
And it'll be an interception coming for the Grovers. $47-0, and that score about to become final. Northern Cass unable to get the win here on homecoming. .9 seconds left. And the snap comes, the knee is taken, the clock will run out, and this one about to become a final here tonight in Hunter. It will be Oak Grove with a 47-0 victory here tonight against Northern Cass as they get their 2nd win of this 2022 season. Post-game show coming your way next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Grovers defeat the Northern Cass Jaguars 47-0.
Cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. From sunup to sundown, they're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
You couldn't pick a better community to be a part of. I've actually been to another college, and this one was a far better experience because of the support of the faculty and the staff here. It's just outstanding. My name is Andrew, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils, because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Don't let the flu get you down. Fight the flu with a shot of prevention. Stop at Hillsborough Drug and get your flu shot today. No appointment is necessary. Shingle shots are also available. And don't forget your other pharmacy and healthcare needs at Hillsborough Drug. Over-the-counter medications, vitamins, health and beauty items as well. For your convenience, Hillsborough Drug offers mail-out service and delivery of your prescriptions. Check out the gift items for all occasions, too. Hillsborough Drug is a locally owned pharmacy and proud to serve the area. They thank you for trusting them with your business at Hillsborough Drug.
And here we are on our post-game show. Oak Grove gets the win here tonight, our final on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. The Grovers win 47-0. Congratulations, Oak Grove. Their second win of the season. They are now 2-6 overall. The Jaguars fall to 1-7 on this 2022 season. Both teams will now play one last time this year. Oak Grove against Lytton at home. We'll have that for you next week. Well, Northern Cass at home against Oaks. We'll have that for you next week as well. It was a quick start for the Jaguars. I'll tell you how we got to this point. The Jaguars on the opening drive of the game, it took them about 3 plays from the line of scrimmage to finally get themselves inside to the 10. It was a first and goal from about 3 or 4 yards out. They were able to do that, and then a couple botched plays on a run attempt, and then all of a sudden Northern Cass is attempting a field goal. They missed that. First play from the line of scrimmage, Riley Bachegard, who surpassed 200 rushing yards. He gets a 65-yard pickup. That sets up the first touchdown. And then as it was off to the races for the Northern Cass Jaguars. Their first touchdown coming at the 6:52 mark of the first quarter of this game. We'll get our scoring recap coming up here in a little bit. We'll have an interview coming up next on YourLiveEvent.com.
I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American Family agent.
American Family Insurance.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
47-0, Oak Grove gets the win. Riley Bachegard, the quarterback for the Grovers, with us. How are you enjoying holding that trophy, first off?
It's a great feeling. They got to take us away from us last year with the win at our own field, so it's great to come in at their homecoming and win it back.
It's been a fun rivalry for you guys. Like you said, last year it was week 1. You guys get to do it here towards the end of the season. But let's talk about this win for you guys. You pitch a shutout, your highest offensive output this season. Their first couple plays into the game, they get inside to the 10. They get a first and goal. What are you guys talking about after those first few plays for their offense?
Yeah, those big passes to Landon, I mean, those are tough for us, but we knew to still stick together, and we knew that we had trust up in our front line to get some push, and our DBs would do the rest, and our linebackers would make a play on the ball. So
they missed the field goal attempt. First play line of scrimmage, you go 65 yards. Did you know that you guys were in for something special with the offense after that play?
Yeah, when I saw the offensive line blocking like that, that's the best I've ever seen them block for us. So I knew we would have a good game if they kept blocking like that, and they did. They did amazing.
You guys really started packing that backfield. You guys had 3 guys there all the time. That ball was going everywhere. How long did it take for you guys to figure out how to run an offense like that?
Our OC Tim Oxendahl, he runs a lot of like full house, so usually under center. We basically just moved it to like a power T almost, where we just have 3 guys and me in the backfield as well. So I mean, we've had it in for probably two of the last 2 weeks, but when we saw it start working a lot this week, we stuck with it.
I know you had an injury this season. You guys had a few guys get banged up over the course of the week. Northern Cass has faced a lot of injuries. Yep. They lose their quarterback. But what can you say about your opponent's ability to just keep battling here, even though they got down big early?
Yeah, they were playing their hearts out the entire time. And, I mean, it's all props to them. It's a tough year. I mean, you never want to see a QB go down. I know we've experienced that with myself. We've experienced that, but when I was the backup too. So it's never fun seeing a QB go down. It's never fun seeing anyone go down. So I'm glad how they fought after he went down.
So you guys are going to celebrate with that trophy. You got one more game. I know you guys probably a little bit bummed you don't get to play at your actual home field, but you guys still having a whole lot of fun. You got Linton next week. What's the next week going to look like leading up to that last Friday?
I know. I think we're going to enjoy it. Unfortunately, we're out of the playoff hunt, so I mean, we're going to bring it to Linton. Hopefully we end with 2 wins two back-to-back at the end of the year here, and go into all the rest of our sports happy after another win in football.
All right, well, congratulations on the win here tonight. I'll let you get back with your teammates and celebrate.
Thank you.
We got more of our postgame show coming up next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Harvest is here, and that means we all need to be careful. Hello, this is Bethany Rentz with Irie Insurance. We want to make sure everyone up and down the valley has a safe and successful harvest. Take extra special care in your travels. Slow-moving combines, mud-covered roads, and debris are just a few things during harvest that can be dangerous. So take your time, watch your surroundings, and most of all, be patient and slow down. For more harvest safety tips, go to IrieINS.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Back here on our postgame show on YourLiveEvent.com. 47-0, Oak Grove, the victory, their second win of the season. One more left on the year for both of these teams. Grover's at home against Linton. We'll have that here, of course, on YourLiveEvent.com. Northern Cass at home against Oaks. We'll have that for you as well. By the way, Oaks getting a win tonight against Lisbon, 28-6, so that would put Oaks now at the 2 spot coming out of Region 1 for the postseason. Again, if Lisbon, who is battling some injuries, everyone is this late in the year, if Lisbon would have gotten that win, we would have saw a potential tie for that number 2 spot coming out of the region. And Central Cass, who got a win tonight against EEK, Central Cass would have had the points needed to have the tiebreaker amongst that 3-way tiebreaker. But so it will be right now Kindred, looking like Kindred, Oaks, Central Cass, and then Lisbon will be the 4 teams, top 4 teams in Region 1 play. Let's give out some of our post-game accolades before we wrap up our post-game show. First, let's get our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, and we're actually going to call it the Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. Riley Bachigard talked about how well the offensive line had played for the Oak Grove Grovers, so they will be our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game for their ability to keep this big 47-point offensive outpour coming. Oak Grove's offensive line, Andrew Green, Mason Germstead, Jose Alcivar, Dallas Sutherland, and Brady Baker, all of them played well on the defensive side of the ball as well. They are the Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. Now our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game, well, that will go to Riley Bachigard. Over 200 yards rushing for the quarterback. Also had himself a pair of touchdowns in this game. Also passed for a touchdown as well, actually 2 touchdowns as well. So he will be the RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game for the victorious Oak Grove Grovers. Again, Oak Grove win number 2 of the season. They are now 2-6. One game next week against Lytton. Oak Grove now at 1-7. It'll be Oaks next week. That will do it for our broadcast here tonight. Joel Morgan remind you once again our final score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard: Oak Grove 47, Northern Cass 0. Thanks for joining us on YourLiveEvent.com.